Better late than never is what I like to say.
That's the name of this episode.
Yeah, maybe that should just be our name since we don't have one.
True.
But nonetheless, we are here. The Valentines coming at you with another episode recap of the challenge. The last episode, episode 16. This is the end. What's up, everybody? We're recapping MTV's The Challenge War of the Worlds. You're joined by me, Tom, and my co-host, Nicole. What's up, Nicole?
Hey.
It's like I forgot how to do this. It's been so long.
I'm just staring at my face when I hate looking at myself while we do this.
I have mine as a very small square, so I'm barely looking at myself. So maybe you should do something like that.
Yeah. I'm starting to understand the dog filter that women use. I get it. I'd rather be a dog right now than me, but
you're just getting a constant reminder of reality.
Yeah.
Speaking of reality TV. Look at me, man.
Segue.
You're killing it. Alright. So, yeah, it opens up kind of awkwardly, but if you can remember, when was the last time you saw this final episode?
Oh my gosh, at least a week or two ago.
Probably more than that.
Yeah.
I rewatched it.
I watched it a week late though, because I was in Portugal.
Oh, right. Okay. So it's still somewhat fresh.
Yeah. I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah. But the good guy won, Nicole. When do we ever see... Usually good guys finish last.
Sean called it from day one. He was like, Turbo's going to take it off. And I was like, I don't know, maybe. And my man...
That's why you chose him.
That was my boy. I did want him to go all the way to the end, so I was kind of happy with how it turned out.
Yeah, and the episode before this, part one of the finale, really wasn't looking like he was going to finish on top.
No, I think they were trying to make you kind of think that,
Yeah, because it showed him struggling a lot. He was even talking about how he was struggling, but he still finished third at the end of that part one. So yeah, production was trying to keep it under the rug. But yeah, we open up with the tribunal, mid-final tribunal, where Wes, Theo, and Turbo are the top three in the tribunal. So they have to vote someone in for elimination. So what do you think about these eliminations mid-final?
I don't know. I feel like they always kind of have a halfway point where they send somebody home. So I wasn't really shocked.
I wasn't shocked either, but it's something that they have been doing recently.
Yeah, I don't know. If you can't... There's too many people in the final.
Right. If there's too many people in the final, sure, I'm fine with this.
So I kind of expected that. I don't know. I guess you can go play it both ways where it's well, you're already in the final. Really? You're going to send us home? But then it's yeah, it is cutthroat. We need to narrow it down even more. So I'm fine with it. It just sucks that, something so simple can get you knocked out of the final that late in the game.
Yeah, and this one is more understandable than the one we'll get to later when it's Theo could have went home.
Yeah, it was just a matter of just something so small could have determined who made it in the final three and who didn't.
Yeah,
and
just
that's exactly what happened.
One small portion of the final. It's okay, this is actually a very important small portion of the final, because if you're last, you get eliminated, even if you're in first place.
Yeah, so you could knock out first place player with one small mistake.
Right.
One small addition or subtraction mistake.
There you go. Yeah, I suppose that's the challenge, though, as a whole. But yeah, so Wes chooses Kara, which was a surprise. I wasn't too sure who he was going to choose. I guessed Ninja, just because the least ties to her.
Yeah, and what did he say? Like, I know I shouldn't vote a vet in, but I'm gonna anyway?
But he's basically voting her in for the reason that we've been... Why I have such a problem with Kara, he kind of voted in Kara because of that. Just like, she's wishy-washy, she's like all over the place, she's just like, I don't know, she's just too much. She was just too much this season.
Yeah, or too little.
Too much to deal with, and that's what Wes said basically. He's like, I'd rather work with like a Ninja than a Kara in the future.
Yeah.
And I think it will end up working out in his favor for the next season.
Yeah. But did Wes's decision there have any impact on her not winning?
No. Yeah, he voted for Kara, Theo chose Hunter, Turbo chose Hunter, so yeah, no impact other than drawing a line for kind of no reason, just because he had to, because he had power.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, so Hunter gets voted in, calls Ninja out, respecting the veteran, unlike Wes, respecting that veteran tie, even though Hunter's not... nowadays, I guess he's considered a veteran, but yeah. And then they
like a new vet.
Yeah. And about to be a new dad.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot. What? You cut out, and I just saw you go,
Yeah, you know that air horn?
Yeah.
Breaking news. Speaking of that, because we found that out in the reunion, right? Hello? The reunion?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we found that out in the reunion. I don't really want to go over the reunion,
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I said Hunter's also, along with being a new vet, a new dad.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
That's what you missed.
Yeah, he got called out real quick. Oh my gosh, that reunion.
Yeah, and we'll get to that later. Well, I don't even really want to go over the reunion, but there is a question that that will come up about reunions in general. So we'll get to that.
Alright.
But yeah, I mean, so yeah, Hunter calls out Ninja in this mid-final elimination. The elimination is they'll be taking Tiny for a walk, the monster truck from like episode 1, making an ultimate comeback. Yeah, so I guess Tiny will be taking them for a walk, technically. There's 2 50-foot ropes hanging off the back of the monster truck. First person to fall or let go of their ropes loses and goes home. I
like this. It looked like it was, because there was, I don't know if it was last season or the season before, but there was something. It was either like an elimination right before the final, I think, like the last one before the final, that the equalizer I thought was so ridiculous. Like, so I thought this was very fair. Mm-hmm. Like, there didn't need to be an equalizer. It was just a very fair, like, challenge, in my opinion.
Right. Yes. A very good elimination for if a male had to go against a female. So it's very even.
And it was like, I kind of enjoyed watching it, even though there wasn't much to it.
Right. They're just walking and like moaning.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when Ninja gets voted in, Kara and Theo talking shit behind Ninja's back. Kind of petty, but Ninja does seem like she's annoying. She's always like so happy, and it's like, oh my god, I'm dying in this final. Shut up.
Yeah. I like stalked her Instagram after that was over.
Ninja?
Yeah, she's ripped.
Yeah.
Like, there's videos of her doing just crazy, just, like, she is strong.
I mean, yeah, that's the reason why everyone was afraid of her. She didn't even see she did see an elimination, but that's when she was partners with Paulie, I think. But when it was individual, no one was even like, saying her name, not even throwing it out there.
Yeah, she makes Kara look like a joke. I don't want to say it, but like I don't know. She's just a beast.
Yeah, I mean, it's a new breed of talent they're bringing in to this show where everyone is a beast.
Yeah, I mean, bring it.
Sure. So yeah, Hunter lets go of the rope. Would you say, so it's so hard on this elimination. Would you say Hunter quit or?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he was like, I can't do this, and he's like, I'm drunk. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
What's the difference between quitting and
losing?
failing?
And you're right. It's almost like the Maddie situation where she's like, I can't go anymore.
Yeah, it's like if you just there is a point where you can't, like, you know what I mean? So
yeah. It's just a matter of fact of passing that to the point where you pass out, and it's like, I don't want to pass out.
Or you can, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it seemed like there was nothing else he could have done. There was no way he was going to win.
Yeah. Ninja was probably good. She seemed fine. So, yeah, it's like, especially when your opponent is, like, not in pain at all, and you're fucking moaning every step. It's like...
Yeah, you see her not even flinching, and he knows that he's just, like, damaging himself. Like, I don't know, but this isn't the first time that he's done something like this, right? This is kind of like, he's done it like 3 times.
What do you mean, just like, he
being
couldn't
so
go anymore?
hurt that he's been like, alright, I can't do it.
Well, I mean, he had some good reasons. On Dirty 30, he, like, broke his wrist.
Yeah.
But he still
continued.
continued.
The reasons aren't good, it's just like,
Yeah.
it has happened multiple times.
Yeah, I mean, I guess his endurance isn't that great. It was misleading because, you know, he made it to he won Final Reckoning, so you would assume if he won a final, his endurance is great. But that final was just really bad.
What was wrong with him with this elimination? Why?
I don't know. It almost like he was walking on his, like, heels. Like, his legs looked like they were, like, cramping, maybe, or...
Did he, like, have an injury, or he was just, like, sore from the previous...
Yeah, he wasn't prepared for this type of final. I mean, this was probably the most brutal final ever on the challenge.
Yeah.
When you think it's over, it's not. Like, 3 times. So yeah, that brings the question of, is this the last we've seen from Hunter since he's got a kid on the way?
No. I definitely think he'll be back. I don't think he's mature enough to, like, be like, oh, I gotta be a dad now. Like, I don't see that.
What? Come on. Hunter...
I mean, I'm not...
No, I'm on the same page as you.
I think he'll... I don't think he's gonna, like, disown his child, but I don't think he would give up the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's that mature yet.
Yeah, and... Yeah.
I think the challenge means too much to him, and it keeps getting cut short because of his injuries, and he's like... I don't think he would feel... He would probably regret it for the rest of his life if he didn't get, like... He needs to get a win under his belt.
It's funny you say that because he already has a win under his belt, Nicole. Just because he didn't make any money doesn't mean he didn't win.
Oh.
See, isn't that weird how you just forget? Like, no, it's not even you, just like people. It's like, oh, he did win.
Oh, in my mind, Ashley won.
Right.
But he did win. So that counts as a final win?
I count it. I think most people should and maybe do.
Yeah, I guess it counts as a win with no money.
Yeah, you got the gold medal. You got first place. How much money did you take home? Nothing. It's so weird. It's like, wait, but I thought you won.
And so, yeah, alright, so let me rephrase. I don't think he'll give up until he gets a win with money.
He brings home the bag to that new kid.
And now he knows he can. I mean, we know he can.
Yeah, 2 finals straight, 2 finals back to back.
First season, right? Rookie and...
Huh?
His rookie season, he made it to the finals?
No, his rookie season was Invasion of the Champs. He got eliminated right before the final. Yep. Then so, Dirty 30. Oh, wow.
He would have made it if it wasn't for the injury.
You know, he's got a pretty damn good track record. So, Invasion of the Champs, eliminated right before the final. Dirty 30, injured himself, eliminated right before the final. Made it to the won Final Reckoning. Made it to the final of War of the Worlds. And lost.
Yeah.
Pretty goddamn good track record. But, to be honest, I wouldn't be mad if we didn't see Hunter again. He doesn't bring much to the table other than just competitiveness. That is it.
Yeah, and then now if he has a kid, he's probably not gonna like. He never has like any really like juicy or interesting like hookups or drama. It's like.
I mean, he did have the hookups with Nani this season and Julia, which we saw later.
But we didn't know until after, and then the Nani hookups like. I don't know.
It was just like friends with benefits. It wasn't like a serious thing.
Yeah, like there was no like juicy drama. Not that like that's what I live for, but
even though Nani, when talking about it, kind of choked up a little bit, so maybe there were feelings there.
I don't know.
Nani, stay away.
Oh, you mean on the reunion? She choked up. Yeah. Well, it ain't her baby.
Right. Yeah, that's a fucked up situation to be in the middle of.
Yep.
So yeah, Hunter gets eliminated. Next morning, looks like some uncomfortable sleep in that pain locker. It's like, geez. But that's also the final. You're not getting comfortable sleep.
Oh my gosh. Did we skip the IV yet?
Yeah, no, that was on the last episode where Kara was freaking out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're past that.
But that was part of the final, right?
Yes.
That was part 1.
Right, yeah, it didn't really have an influence on Kara's performance. I kind of forgot about it until you just mentioned it, so.
I was thinking pain locker, and that's all. I'm like, alright, IV and, like, uncomfortable sleep.
Whenever I think of pain locker and see the pain locker, I just want Mr. T to be the driver.
Oh my gosh, it'd be amazing.
I just want to hear him come out, get in the pain locker!
Yeah.
100% pain! He'll be there like alarm clock. Wake up!
Oh man.
So yeah, the pain locker opens, and Wes is like, I'm expecting to see some different scenery, but just more sand dunes.
Yeah, that's like, that's gotta be depressing if that's all you see.
Yeah.
Like, for like weeks, it's just like sand and no water.
Yeah. Let's see. So
I got a like robotic vacuum.
Is he just doing his thing right now?
I'm trying to tell him to go home because I have an app, and I keep telling it to go home, and like I just hear it bumping around downstairs for like last 10 minutes. It cannot figure out, like, the charging station, like, where it is.
I think he's planning your demise.
Yeah, he might. I'm gonna go down there and be an army of Robovac. Oh, that's so stupid.
Alright. So I think there's been a good amount of trivia so far in this challenge. I forget most of the first part of the final, to be honest. But we do open up this morning with trivia, specifically geography. And this might be, along with something else which we'll get to later, one of the most like disappointing. Like, did production mess up? So I mean, the winner gets an advantage, right? A mile head start in the dune buggy.
But then that person has to wait.
Yeah, like what the hell?
Well, I mean, they're gonna be less tired.
Yeah, but just like winning, you're just like, yes, I get a head start, and then
not really. I mean, I guess it's just energy, saving energy. Really, is all you're getting.
That's
You're not actually getting any time head start or any like. You're not actually getting a head start. You're really just skipping a station
and waiting for somebody to show up.
Yeah, so you don't have to run it, so you're saving a little energy. But yeah, I mean, it was a little underwhelming.
It was deceiving. Like, you get a mile head start. Like, no, you get a...
You don't get a mile head start.
You advance to the checkpoint and get to wait for somebody.
Yes, you don't get a mile head start. That's deceiving. Because it's not a head start. It's...
Yeah. I have all the questions written down here, but I don't really feel like going through them. You know?
Cool.
Do you care? Like,
I mean, I have like a lot of weird questions with some of the checkpoints.
Yeah.
But
it was just geography. It was just geography. I mean, you know, geography test. Why'd you take a snapshot? Snapshot.
I don't know why I just did that. So I'm sorry.
It's embarrassing more for you than me, right there.
bro.
Podcast, good times.
Really cool. And my face was like...
Yeah, I know, and I was just normal. I was like, what are you doing?
Not gonna do that again. I didn't know what that button did, so I wanted to find
Wow.
out.
Curiosity killed the Nicole. What are you doing?
I don't know.
You're gonna, like, hang up on me.
Nah.
Boo-doo. So yeah, I mean, we talked about that. But at the moment, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, this is the one time all season I have felt bad for Cara.
Oh, with the Theo thing? Or the check, it was a checkpoint.
Just winning and thinking she's going to get a head start. I didn't even feel bad for her losing all of the matches, because she was clearly shook, distracted, distraught, like, she wasn't paying attention to the game once they got there. She kept, like, complaining, so I was like, yeah, if you're not going to focus up and you're not going to win this little checkpoint.
Yeah, I don't know, I didn't feel that bad. I was like, well, she still got to save some energy, like,
Yeah.
I don't feel bad for her anymore.
Yeah.
Especially after I watched the episode of How Far is Tattoo Far.
Oh my god. You don't... I had eliminated that from my mind, and you just brought it back.
Yo, I watched the episode with her and Polly the other day, because I'd never seen it, and...
Yeah. I don't want to see it.
Yo, talk about cringe-worthy.
That's why I don't want to see it.
It is bad, and it just made me, like, think, like, she's not nice.
What was Paulie's reaction?
It was cringe. I'm telling you, like, he was just like, what? Why would you do this?
And yeah.
And then he got her the most thoughtful tattoo, like, and she was, like, laughing. She's like, now even if you break up with me, you'll always have to think of me. Like, I branded you. And I'm like, that's so...
Just, like, listen to yourself.
And immature. And then his tattoo for her was this, like, beautiful, meaningful, it was, like, a crow, because she likes crows, and then the longitude and latitude where they met.
Oh my god.
I'm like, that's so cute.
While the car's just like, here's my face, right next to your dick.
And then he put a little heart on the crow, and he's like, and the heart symbolizes that I love you, and it was the first time that he told her that he loved her.
Oh my god.
And I was like, wow, that was the cutest, sweetest tattoo ever. And she's like, I branded you with my face, so now if you're ever with another girl, you'll always think of me. I'm like...
Do you know if those tattoos are real on that show?
Oh, yeah, they're real.
They're real? What the fuck are people doing then?
Kayla got one.
Yeah, Kayla and Mikey P went on. I didn't see it, but
He gave her on her butt the most hideous tattoo of a suitcase being thrown with money burning falling out of it. And that's symbolizing her getting kicked off the challenge and basically burning $1 million because she threw the suitcase.
That's pretty funny.
And saying it was like, this is a lesson, you're immature, like when money's on the line you shouldn't do stupid things.
But it's just like exaggerating. It's like, it should be fake tattoos. Like those.
They're real. It's on her Instagram. Like, she's like, look at my new tattoo.
Oh my god.
I know.
Alright.
Like, anyway.
Let's see, where are we? So yeah, the games connect 4. Cara keeps losing to everybody. Finally beats Wes. So Turbo's in first place at this point, and this is like where he has to make his comeback because he didn't do the greatest during the first half, so he did have some catching up to do. Blah blah. So Turbo gets to the next checkpoint first, which is eating, and I'm like, yeah, eating.
But it wasn't even, I didn't even understand, like, this was the first time we saw an eating challenge in, if not ever, this season.
It was ever, yep. We haven't seen one this challenge.
Yeah, and, like, how underwhelming. Like, you didn't actually need to eat anything?
It was healthy food, well, Turbo didn't because he got there first. So Turbo got to, there was, like, plates, there was, like, portions for everybody, but Turbo could choose to not eat and just assign everybody food that they would have to eat.
Oh, because he got there first?
Yeah.
I need to help this vacuum. Hold on. It's driving me crazy.
Oh my god.
It's supposed to be smart. It's stupid.
It's a stupid vacuum.
Okay.
Be careful.
It's trying to kill me.
I hear it's angry. It's growling at you.
I think I got it. Okay. Okay, cool.
All right.
Oh my god, it just came back to life.
That's
oh
what I'm
my
saying,
god.
man. That's why. I don't know why you got one of those things.
It's gonna kill me in my sleep tonight. It's trailing
gonna-
blood. Should I be worried?
It's gonna vacuum your face off.
That's actually not a bad horror idea.
All right, let's patent that. Nobody steal that.
Yeah. Too bad this is telling everybody, all 4 of our listeners.
Hey.
So if you get to the food first, you can choose to eat it or not eat it.
So here's what the sign said. First player to arrive, eat what you want, and then assign the rest of it to as many people as you want. If you are assigned food, you must eat it all.
Okay.
So Turbo chooses to eat nothing. I would have been like, just give me a banana real quicker, because they haven't eaten anything, but Turbo is no joke, man. He's just like, I gotta go.
So he was the first one at that checkpoint and decided not to eat anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
He gave Kara and Ninja a little less than Theo and Wes.
But he pretty much split it up.
Yeah. But yeah, very disappointed, like you said, in this portion. Nothing disgusting that they had to eat. It's like, this is the most insane final, and you're gonna give them just like fruits and oatmeal.
Yeah, like yogurt.
Yeah. You could have just given that to them in the morning and then had them eat something nasty. Like, that would have been fine with me. I want to see people.
It wasn't an obscene amount. Like, I guess it was a lot.
It was. I'm sure it was hard. Eating like the bread, the PB&J. There was like PB&J's, oatmeal, coffee.
Wes was struggling.
Oh my god. This was a roller coaster ride of a final for Wes. He was on top of the world the first half. Then it looked like he was going to quit. Then he almost came back at the end.
Yeah.
And it was such a great, like, character development, just this final. Like, watching him go through it all.
Yeah, I wonder if that'll affect how is he on the next season?
Yeah. Spoiler alert! So this was confusing. During the eating portion, Kara was acting like puking is bad. She was like, yeah, puke, Ninja. She was like, she's like, oh, you're just wasting time. It's like, I've seen a lot of eating challenges, and puking makes room for more food.
Yeah, like...
That's the first time I heard it the other way around. Like, oh, you're wasting time? Like, how long does a puke take?
If anything, it might speed it up, because...
You can eat more after.
Yeah, I don't know. Anything that Kara says, I know.
Yo, we are the ultimate Kara haters. Like,
I am. I want to like her.
We did like her.
She was one of my faves.
Yeah.
Now, come on, Kara. Get your shit together.
Bring it back, Kara.
Break up with Polly. I feel like he's holding her back.
Yeah. Originally, I liked Kara more than Polly. It's kind of reversing.
Yeah.
So Kara finishes her food first. She pretty much killed it in that eating portion. Then Theo, then Ninja, and Wes struggling big time. It really seemed like he was gonna quit. He even said, "I don't want to give up, but I literally might die." And then cue sad music, and I'm like, "Oh my god, is he DQing himself?" I was like, "No."
Yeah. No, he wouldn't.
Yeah. You hear Turbo's in front. You hear him scream, "What is this final?" It's so funny. In the interview, yeah, go ahead.
Turbo says is amazing.
Right. Yeah, and then he says he wants to change lives if he wins this money. He says, if you have the chance to change one life, just do it. Like Nike sponsorship, where you at?
Just do it.
Just do it.
So simple.
Everyone thinks this is the end of the final, as did I. But
who was it? Turbo, like...
Oh my god.
Somebody was like, is this the end? Is this the end?
No, Turbo throws the end, but he's like, it must not be over because there's no TJ. Kara gets there next. He's like, it's not over. The funniest part of this, though, was Theo. He was like, what did he say? He said, yes, the nightmare is over. Turbo, still have challenge. Still have challenge.
Still have challenge.
Didn't finish, still have challenge.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man. Oh, and then he fucking... Go?
No, it's so funny seeing, like, rookies interact in a final. Like, they don't know what's going on.
Right, yeah. And this was also hilarious. Turbo wasn't meaning to be... He meant this with no malice, and he didn't even mean to be funny, I don't think. He said, West looks like a sick. When my grandfather died, he looks very bad. Face is very skinny. How West look like that? I wonder about his life. Oh my god, it's so innocent.
Shut up, dog.
It's so innocent.
Oh my gosh. I remember when he said that. Yeah, I don't think he meant it to be as messed up as it sounded, but like...
It was so messed up.
Damn, Turbo.
Damn. You just said West looks like your grandfather.
Right before he died.
Right before he died, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, yeah, everyone thinks it's over. It's not. Cars like, we've eaten, we've done trivia, we've run. And I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of running. She got that right. Maybe a little too much running?
I wouldn't have minded something else.
Some variety, yeah. Especially when all you're seeing is running in sand dunes.
Yeah, I wouldn't have minded something. I mean, overall, I liked this final.
Yeah.
But if I did have to change anything, I would say, like, yeah, maybe a little more variety. It was all kind of the same thing.
Right, it was definitely the hardest challenge
like,
of all time, but definitely not the most entertaining. It was entertaining because of how close it seemed between, like, the top three, but,
yeah.
And like, visually, it wasn't that great. It was just sand, so... And then, yeah, more running. This time with a little bit of, like, a puzzle with the math equation during the run. I kind of liked this a lot, this little portion.
The addition, subtraction?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked, like, how you saw some people writing it, well, most of them were writing it in sand.
Only Wes was running the whole way.
Yeah, no, this part was interesting, and if that's going to be the checkpoint, did they know that was the point where whoever... They did know. He told them.
They knew, there was 5 people left, there was only 4 kayaks, so one person was getting eliminated.
Yeah, I mean, if you mess up here, that's on you.
Yeah, but just like running for so long, it's been like a day and a half, and now you gotta do simple math. I'm sure, obviously, it is a little harder than you would imagine. And it wasn't too simple. I mean, there were big numbers. But in the interview room, Cara was like, what did she say? She was like, she couldn't do 110 times 14. She was acting like that was impossible.
Don't you just add the zeros on to...
And then add 14 4 more times. Or, 4 more times. It ends up being 1540. I did it in my head in not even a minute.
14 times 100?
14 times 110.
Oh, times 110. So you do 14 times 11, and then you add a 0.
Ooh, that's how you do it. I did it 110 times 10, 1,100, and then add 4 more 14s to it.
14 times 11 is 154, and then if you add a 0, it's 1540.
Right, and it's like she's in the interview room. I understand if you can't do it at that moment in the final, but she's like in the interview room. She doesn't even know that. It's like, come on, Cara.
Dang.
Those remaining will paddle to a boat wreck. Once you get there, there's one final sprint to the finish line, to the lighthouse or whatever, and then times will be calculated. Really upset we didn't get the times on the screen like we did on Final Reckoning.
Yeah, that's been a constant complaint of mine. I want to see. Yeah. I want to see the numbers, like the actual.
In every challenge, I want to see it all the time.
Every challenge, I want to see. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know why they don't do that.
Yeah, this portion does light a fire under Wes's freckled ass, as I wrote in here. This final, yeah, like I said, has been a roller coaster ride for him. Yeah, it seemed like he wasn't even going to make the top 3 after he was struggling in the sand dunes. And then he had an opportunity to not sit down and write all of these math equations out because he's so smart. So he just ran through this whole thing and did all the math in his head and nailed it at the end. And I was like, is he about to win? And then he catches up to Turbo in the kayak.
Wes?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that makes Kara and Theo inferior. If Wes can add it up in his head, anybody can.
No, Wes, what are you talking about? Wes is a genius.
Is he?
I think so. That's what he claims to be.
True, he does.
No, Wes is super smart. He's like I think outside of the challenge, he's like a very successful businessman.
So maybe these numbers were just something super simple for him.
Right, yeah.
Not simple, but came a lot easier.
Mm-hmm. So, Turbo was the first to unlock his kayak, and he even gave Theo the last 2 digits. This dude is too nice.
What do you think about that? I mean, at that point...
If he lost, though, I would have been mad at it.
Well,
what if he lost by a couple of seconds? He helped Wes. When Wes got lost on the kayak, he helped Wes back to the...
Yeah, he did help 2 people and still won.
And the 2 people that he helped were the 2 people that got second and third.
Damn. That's a good point. What if he didn't tell Theo the last 2 numbers? Maybe Kara would have gotten it first.
Well, Theo got it, luckily. He ended up spinning the thing until it unlocked. He got really lucky.
Well, that's what I mean. He had the last 2 numbers because of...
maybe, yeah.
Turbo. If Turbo didn't give him the last 2 numbers, maybe Kara would have gotten it.
Maybe. It's wild. And I mean, I'm sure if Wes could go back, he would have given Kara the right numbers, so Theo could have gotten eliminated, which would have bumped Wes up to most likely second, unless Kara beat Wes, which I don't think she did. But that's hypotheticals.
Yeah.
Yeah. In retrospect, he should have done that, but there was no way he could have known to do that. Let's see. Huh?
Interessante.
Yes. So yeah, Ninja gets a kayak. So yeah, it's down to Theo and Kara. Kara gets eliminated. Kara with the quickest retirement and then unretirement in the world. In ever.
What'd she say?
She said, she was just like, I'm retiring. No, I'm not retiring, but it was just hilarious. She's like, I'm retiring. She said, I'm retiring. I'm done. I'm not retiring, but like...
But like, I just thought about it for 1 second.
I'm just really mad. Let's see. I like the kind of breaking... the producer, we hear the producer ask Turbo, why do you keep helping your opponents? And he, another classic quote from Turbo, never lie for money. He came here as a lion, and he wants to go home as a lion. But he was saying Leon.
Yeah.
He was saying Leon, and my Game of Thrones kicked in, so I was like, Leon Greyjoy?
You mean Theon?
Yeah, I know. Leon, Theo's brother, right?
Okay.
Long lost brother?
That's a stretch.
Let's see.
Game of Thrones? You mean that whack show?
I don't even want to talk about. I want to forget about it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Cry myself to sleep every night.
Well, we'll talk about it after. I don't want to have our listeners go through that with us.
That pain.
No. Reopen that wound. I don't want that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, every quote out of Turbo's mouth it's just gold.
Yeah. So everyone gets there. Turbo's like, I feel bad for Kara already. And then Ninja says, Ninja's so petty. I'm not a fan of Ninja. She says,
I don't like her personality, but I like
Yeah.
her, how, like, in shape she is.
Yeah, I like her work ethic. Sure. But yeah, Turbo says, I feel bad for Kara already when they learn she gets eliminated. Ninja, it's like, Ninja, you didn't have to say anything, but she says, I respect her, but I don't feel like we're the same competitor. She complains a lot. It's like, you could have just kept that to yourself.
Yeah, but Ninja, you have, like,
do we have to go back to your temper tantrum?
Yeah, like, you have a flaws, so, who are you to speak?
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, we get to the last sprint to the lighthouse. Not the White House. No presidents in this episode. Yeah, we see Theo and Turbo do like a full sprint to finish it together. It's pretty badass.
Yeah.
And even TJ thought so. But yeah, I mean, that's the end of the final, this grueling final.
How awkward is it when they leave on the helicopter
Oh my
and
God.
just like...
I literally wrote awkward helicopter ride with only the top 3. See ya, Ninja.
Yeah, that was awkward.
It's
Like, you couldn't just...
Yeah, come on.
There was no point for that.
And it had to be the one girl, so it like even hurt more. It hurt even more, right?
It was just awkward. I'm like, that didn't do anything for the viewers.
Yeah, right. You could have just completely left that out.
Yeah, no, Turbo, that's my boy. I'm really happy he won. He definitely earned it.
And he's gonna do out of all the people in this season, he's gonna do the right thing with this money. He's gonna do the most good with this money.
Probably, and even if he keeps it, like, he deserved it.
Yeah, super humble, helping his opponents and still winning. It's like, how do you beat this guy? He'll try to help you and you still lose to him.
Dang. One thing that drove me nuts is, like, on the stupid reunion, they only asked Turbo one question about winning, and then they never talked to him again.
Yeah, you know what? I'll just bring up the question. We got a question from a listener, and it was pretty much that exactly. Let me see. So yeah, Nina Z, she says, is it just me, or are reunions no longer fun to watch? She said she always liked the reunions and the shit they should have shown segments, which I loved as well. I used to go back on past seasons and see the shit they should have shown and be like, oh damn, that happened? Didn't know that.
Yeah, Nina Z. I agree. I think that, like, I don't care about, honestly, I don't care about their, like, current Twitter drama.
Don't bring me up Twitter. Don't bring me up screenshots of Twitter feeds and stuff.
I do want to know, like, scenes we didn't see, that might, like, give me another layer to what I thought about the season, you know?
Secret hookups, secret fights.
Obviously, I want to know about that, and I kind of want to know about existing relationships that happened, after the challenge ended. Like, sure, tell me about all that, but, like, I feel like I don't even know what they talked about half the time. Like,
Right, and that brings me to she says, but lately the reunions seem like they're just a screaming contest. And I'm like, exactly.
That's all it is. It's a bunch of people yelling over each other, and nobody, I think, like, Cam was the only one who was, like, talking, and it was about a conflict, but she was talking very calmly. I think it was to Devon. But it was an actual conversation as opposed to every other conversation that was brought up with yelling over each other.
Yeah, I think the last decent... You go ahead.
No, Cam was the only one who could actually, like, just talk.
Yeah. Leroy fucking walked into a hole. Fucking says... Remember when he said, he's like, the biggest regret was sleeping with you? That's rule number 1. You don't say that.
Yeah, I think he meant...
I know what he meant, but you still don't say that.
Yeah, you don't say that. And then how awkward when Theo and Cam and Devon are having the conversation about Theo. And they're like, it's not about Theo.
It's like, all about Theo.
It sounds like it's all about Theo. Like, I'm like, that's exactly what it sounds like it is about. Like,
yeah. But yeah, I think the last good or decent reunion was Rivals 3 after Banana stole the money from Sarah. I think that reunion was fine. And then it happened on Invasion of the Champs when Camilla wore that see-through dress and just started twerking on the stage. That's when it all went downhill.
Ooh, thank God I don't remember that. I must have repressed that.
Now you do. You're welcome.
Thanks. Yeah, at least they didn't do they did do a 2-part reunion.
Yeah, but it was in one day. It was in one episode, 2-part.
Oh, okay. Because I know when I went to go watch it, it was like one just a really long episode. I wasn't sure if they aired it in 2 parts.
Yeah, I was like, is there another part tomorrow? I was like, geez, this is
too
much.
So it was aired the same night?
Yeah, it was right back to back.
Okay, good. Because, nobody needs a 2-part reunion, 2 weeks.
Yeah, we need, a 7-part.
And I'm glad that they're giving us the winner at the end of the season and not on the reunion.
Oh, my God, thank you.
None of that bullshit. Just...
Yeah.
The reunion shouldn't be where you find out the winner. It's just that fun, after show where you learn, behind the scenes, things that you didn't see. That's it.
Yeah, and it's weird. I think because the reunions, like I said, the last one I thought was decent was Rivals 3, and ever since that, the hosts have gotten better, I think. Maybe not better at asking questions, but more, notoriety, The Miz. Lolo Jones was the host of this one. But it's maybe you want someone more familiar with what happened in the house, maybe, or I don't know. I just don't like some of the follow-up questions that they asked. I feel like they were very by script, and they weren't thinking on their own sometimes.
Maybe it should be an actual fan, like somebody who's actually watching it and knows what to ask.
Yeah, but I don't know if Lolo isn't watching it. I'm not saying she doesn't. Yeah. She seems to be a fan if she's willing to do this, I mean, she was on Champs vs. Stars, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like the hosts, the names have been better when you hear, oh, they're hosting this? Cool. But then just the quality and the content just goes way downhill.
Yeah, I like The Miz when he does it.
Sure, yeah, I mean, I like The Miz.
I don't know, just because it's Miz, so it's kind of funny.
Yeah, let's just go over the results real quick. 4th place, No Money Ninja. 3rd place, Wes, he gets 50,000. 2nd place, Theo, he gets 200,000. I'm liking when they split it up a little bit more rather than just giving it all to the first person.
Same.
Yeah, so Turbo wins $750,000.
Oh my gosh, I wish I had that money.
I'll just win a challenge, it's easy.
Ugh.
Let's go on the next Bloodlines, me and you.
I feel like the only way you can get on the challenge now is, you have to be, on an MTV show.
Yeah, you have to put Botox and, plastic surgery all over your face, too.
I'm not doing that.
You have to put... I'm not going to get into that.
What are you hating?
Yes. So, just a little... I wrote this down. Lowest points for the final 4 people, Wes, Ninja, Theo, Turbo, throughout the season. I wrote some of the lowest points I think they had. Wes, lowest points, getting in Bear's face and screaming at him you will respect my game. That was pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, that was really cringeworthy.
And so was when he was nervously laughing when Ashley was remember Ashley, the steroid guy?
Yeah. Speaking of, you saw how he's off steroids.
Is he?
You saw on the reunion, you couldn't even recognize him.
Oh, yeah, he did look different, yeah. And I think he kissed Paulie at the reunion, too, right?
Yes, that did happen.
Yeah, they kissed a lot.
Yo, even Sean was he's definitely on steroids because steroids happen in, cycles. And they're he's off cycle right now, and that's why he doesn't look when he was in the challenge, he was, on them, and now he's,
Wow. I'm glad he's not on the next season. I'm glad. We don't got...
That really makes it very obvious that he was on steroids while on the challenge.
Wow, so it's 100% then, yeah.
I mean, pretty obvious, yeah. The fact that because when you're on steroids, apparently you can't do it year round, so there's going to be periods of the year where you, deflate.
Mm-hmm.
So he literally, you could just, you wouldn't go from one to the other so drastically unless you were...
Yeah, we don't got any room for that in the challenge. Come on now.
Get out of here. If he made money, I would have been pissed.
Right? Imagine he wins on steroids? Oh my God.
No. That's no.
Yeah.
Anyway, so lowest point for West, yes, I agree.
Lowest point for Ninja, obviously, probably the only airtime she got when she threw a temper tantrum at the challenge against Turbo, basically. Theo, lowest point, maybe the first episode when he called Ashley 8 Mile.
Oh,
yeah,
yep.
It's kind of trashy. Turbo, lowest point, nope, nothing.
Yeah, wow. Turbo had a pretty clean season.
Yeah, I try to think.
I mean, I guess some would say maybe holding the grudge, but
yeah, if you're gonna pick something that that may be it.
Maybe he did get a little like extra with holding the grudge on those
right,
two.
it's like talk through it and but
then he did drop it like
after time. He just needed time.
He didn't have like a low point.
Yeah, he just needed some time. Give him some space.
Such a clean season.
Damn, and he won. Like that is so unheard of, man. So unheard of. That's just the type of dude he is. This dude does not lose. I don't think he's been on a show and lost. He went on Survivor twice and Turkey and won. Now he's on the challenge.
Yeah,
wins.
and Sean said he was like looking up, and he just said like if you just look him up, he's just said everything he does, he's just like
he's a Leon.
Like this. So I don't know if he should come back.
Oh, he will be though.
Because what if he just keeps winning? Like he kind of is not giving anybody else a chance.
But that's kind of exciting. He might turn into like somebody who people want to see him lose because he's never lost. So it's like, how is he going to deal with defeat?
Yeah. Who's going to beat him?
Good question. Let's just hope he doesn't run into like Derek Kaczynski in a elimination. That would be a good matchup, Turbo versus Derek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Derek coming back?
Nah, man, he's not getting the call. They're not calling him. Unfortunately. He was my favorite challenger growing up.
Well,
Shed one tear just now.
Just one tear?
Mm-hmm. It's for you, D.
So, you want to talk about next season?
Yeah, real quick, I also, contrary to the lowest points, I got some highest points for the Final Four. Just to be for some positivity. Wes's highest point, I think winning with Davon. Winning that one challenge, it was a guy's elimination. He was probably going to get voted in. And if I made 100 fantasy lineups for that one challenge where they had to get all the junk and put it in the dumpster to measure it, I wouldn't have put Wes and Davon in any of them. I wouldn't have picked them at all. But they ended up winning.
Yeah, the one where we thought she might have thrown it.
Right, she was thinking about throwing it because they had a falling out like the night before.
Yep.
Ninjas, yeah. Let's see. Ninja's highest points, probably just, winning some of the competitions.
I don't know,
Yeah, I'm not too high on Ninja.
Yeah.
She's almost like, I don't know. Theo, Hall Brawl versus Kyle. I think that's a given. Turbo, the whole season?
Damn, we're fine.
Maybe when he called Hunter a chicken or something. It was funny though. He was like, I'm a lion, he's a chicken. Or I don't know.
That was his highest point.
I don't know why it stuck out to me, but yeah. So yeah, next season, I got the whole cast right here for you. Extra, read all about it. Here we go now. We got the name of it, Season 34, Bloody Hell. I'm never saying it in a modern English accent.
Bloody hell.
Bloody Hell. That's the name of it. Theme speculation. It's most likely gonna be this. Like, I even, put the teams together and it matches up perfectly. It's most likely gonna be USA versus the world. So a 2-team challenge.
Just felt
Yeah, I see that.
Alright.
So what do you think about that 2-team challenge? We haven't seen one of those in a while.
2-team challenge. So what do you mean, like USA versus the world?
Yeah.
And then the guys of the USA are teamed up with the girls of the USA, or it's all one team?
I think maybe either they're teamed up or just like the guys have their own team, the girls have their own team. So it's going to switch off days like guys elimination day, girls elimination day. Or they'll do both of them at the end of an episode. So, but girls will go against girls in elimination, guys will go against guys, I think.
Doesn't it look, aren't there more 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it is even. Yeah.
Oh, I sent you a picture. I forgot. I was like, how do you know?
Yeah, I was looking at that.
So,
All right,
yeah.
go through these people. I don't know a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, we got a good amount of OGs for the guys list on the USA side. We got Bananas. We got Josh from last season. Martinez from Big Brother, Josh Martinez. Leroy. CT. Jordan's coming back after his victory on Dirty 30. Zach's coming back for who knows why.
Yeah, go home, Zach.
He doesn't want to be there, it's clear. And I liked how Leroy called him out on that in the reunion. He was like, yo, is this like a game you play? Like, you say you don't want to be here every time. What are you looking at? What are you doing?
Making funny faces. Yeah, I'm so sick of Zach.
Yeah, I used to be a Zach fan somewhat. Maybe forced. I don't know, because he was just like a specimen. But,
I used to be a Zach fan too, but then once I heard that he is throwing challenges and wants to go home, I'm like,
no thanks.
Damn. Alright, and then Wes.
Then, yeah, and also Paulie. So I think Paulie's in the minority here. If the guys gets a vote, I mean, Paulie's not looking good. Josh isn't looking good.
Paulie has no U.S. guy alliance here, right? Like, maybe just Josh?
Yeah, and who knows what will break down, but, I mean, when it's a team challenge, you don't want to get rid of the strongest guy. So they're going to vote in Josh, most likely first. And I can pretty much say with 100% guarantee, Josh is not winning this next season. He's probably going to be thrown in a lot.
Yeah.
But I like him, so he makes for good TV, so I'm fine with that. So let's go to the girls on the USA side. Your girl, Tori.
Tori D?
Tori D. Faith. I'm a huge fan of Faith.
Me
loving
too.
that she's coming back. Laurel, making her come back.
Dang.
Oh, it's going to be a good one. Nani. Ashley, the former champ of $1 million. She's coming back. Ninja's coming back. Cam's coming back. And Kara's coming back. So that's pretty stacked on the girls' side.
Stacked.
Yeah.
Are we missing any big names here that, we wished were on it that aren't?
I'm glad CT's on it. I know people are tired of CT, but I could watch CT all day, be on a challenge.
Yeah,
so, I mean, I wish Derek was on. I wish Darrell was back. But it's like I wish too many people were back. So it's hard.
All right, go ahead to the guys of the world.
Yeah, so we don't know some of them. We got some rookies, but we got Bear coming back. We got Rogan making his comeback. He went home first on Vendettas, so it was
I remember.
kind of surprised to see that he actually got the final call to come back. Kyle, Theo, Joss with 2 S's. Turbo is coming back. And then we got Idris, who I did look up a little bit on, and he seems to he seems to be a boxer of some sort. He was also on reality TV, but he performs in boxing matches as well. Not performs, but competes in boxing matches as well. And then this guy named Sean Lineker. Don't know much about him. But right off the bat, I thought, damn, Kyle might not be looking so good this season compared to other seasons. He did betray his UK alliance last season, kind of, so...
There's a lot of big dudes. Joss, why is he coming back?
I think Johnny Bananas put a nickel in him, so he's good to go now.
Damn, who put a nickel in Josh?
Yeah, I can't wait to see what that's one of my storylines I'm looking forward to. What jokes will Bananas have about Joss?
Yeah, gold.
And we got some on the girls' side. Big T, not very big. She's pretty small.
Who is she?
She's just from this show called I don't know, it's some beach. They're on a beach. It's not X on the Beach in UK, but it's some other competition where people get eliminated, but it's not really like a physical competition. They just vote people off.
Okay.
It's like X on the Beach and I don't know. Georgia, happy she's back.
That's my girl.
Jenny, I wrote in parentheses sacked, meant to be jacked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Jenny
so
Jack?
she's jacked. And then this girl named Esther, don't know much about her. Dee's coming back. Wes's partner from the last season. Zahida's coming back. Girl named Nicole Bass. And Kaylee's coming back. So compared to the girls on the USA side, they're going to get demolished.
Yeah, so you have the only girls who are like big and strong is I guess is Jenny Jacked and maybe Dee. All the other chicks are either petite or not muscular.
Yeah, maybe Nicole. I don't know. I saw a few pictures. She looks like she can maybe handle herself.
Okay.
Georgia, obviously. I mean, she's no slouch.
Nah, but she's petite.
But against Laurel, yeah. I mean, any one of these girls against Laurel, maybe Jenny has a chance, but I mean, technically, if they want to keep everybody on the girls' side, they'll just send Laurel in every time and just eliminate the whole girls' team.
Damn.
But yeah, that's the teams. And this brings us to Nina Z actually wrote a 2-part question. She said, on a more positive note, what possible storylines do we look forward to, and which do we think we're gonna dread?
Ooh, I'm gonna dread. Let's see, Paulie and Karma storyline.
And also Paulie and Kyle, I'm gonna dread.
Paulie and Kyle, I'm gonna dread. Looking forward to seeing Jordan and Tori on a season.
Yep, I wrote that as well. I said Tori and Jordan thriving.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing them.
They're not gonna get sucked into the drama.
Kind of curious, like, well, Georgia, who's going to be her hookup of the season? Is it going to be Bear still, or?
Ooh, yeah, I didn't think about that. So yeah, where are Bear and Georgia gonna stand? Like, what's their situation gonna be like?
And then, let's see.
You know, I'm kind of in the middle. Not really looking forward. Not gonna dread the whole Cam, Theo, Leroy love triangle.
Oh yeah, they're all here.
Mm-hmm. Also, looking forward to this. This might be Leroy's best and final chance to win a challenge.
This is it. Like,
I feel like I've said that numerous times.
You say it every season that he's on.
Well, not last season. He was with Shalene, whatever her name was.
Yeah, she wasn't good.
No, but it's a team challenge. He's likable. He's got a lot of vets on his team that like him. CT loves him. Bananas is his best friend. Jordan has no problems with Leroy. Zach likes Leroy. Wes likes Leroy. I don't know their relationship, but I think this is his best chance in a while.
It's now or never.
I'm really
Now or never.
Yeah, sure. Really looking forward to Laurel and Kara's relationship. I don't know if they're on bad terms or not.
Why? What was the last?
The last was Invasion of the Champs. I think they were cordial, but they have been like best friends, and then they were on Rivals 2. I think they were partners. So they were rivals at one point as well. But I'm just looking forward to seeing them two together. What will happen?
Are you sad Jenna's not on this season?
Not really. I'm kind of over her.
Yeah, I know. She used to be my girl, but yeah, I'm kind of over her. Bananas. It's gonna be weird having Bananas on a season because last season I feel like he went home so early. He had no influence on everything.
Right. Yeah, it feels like he wasn't even on this season almost.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, who do you think will last longer, Bananas or Wes?
I don't know. Bananas has a lot of allies.
You would think, but you never know. I mean, he's definitely got Leroy on his side. But CT might be willing to work with Wes rather than Bananas.
A lot of the UK or the world people, like, they don't care about all the like, they don't have any relationships with Bananas, and they know that he's won a lot, so they might just be like, send him home.
Well, yeah, and so we don't know how the voting process will go. I'm kind of assuming that it will be an internal vote. So, like, say, well, actually, yeah. I think it'll end up being, like, the guys on the world vote for themselves. They vote somebody on their team to go into elimination against somebody on the USA team. I don't know how the voting process exactly is going to go. It's obviously going to have to do with who wins the challenge.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like whoever wins the challenge gets to decide within their team who goes in, and they get to vote somebody in from the other team.
So you think that there's gonna be alliances within alliances, like,
maybe with like alliances with the other side almost.
Yeah, like, so you have the USA versus the world, but some of the people on the world have alliances with the USA previously, so there might be some like overlapping with that.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's gonna be nothing like this. I always try to like predict and assume what's gonna how the theme and format's gonna work, and it's always the opposite.
Kyle and Georgia have way more alliances on the USA side.
Right. So maybe the guys winning will benefit Kyle because the guys won't vote Kyle in, if what I'm saying is correct, which probably isn't.
I don't know. We'll never.
We won't know until it's on.
When does it come on?
I don't know. I just thought about that as well. I don't think they've really. I'm kind of liking this break we have without like a Champs vs. Stars. Like, just we need a break and we'll get reinvigorated when it comes back on. Because I feel like it's been on for like the last 2 years straight.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. But I think that's it.
That's it.
How long have we been talking for?
Too long.
Oh man, yeah, very long.
Alright, well, thank you for our first comment.
Yeah, question. I love answering questions from the listeners because I can't think of as good of questions as that, to be honest. So, cool. Thanks, Nina Z. Please keep writing us questions and keep tuning in. And, yeah, if anyone else wants to send us some questions, feel free to do so. It has been a pleasure. You've been joined by us, the Valentines.
Why are you touching yourself when you say that?
The listeners don't know that, Nicole. You just put me on the spot. Alright. But yeah, I mean, who knows, the next time we'll see you. Whenever the next challenge airs, for sure, you'll hear from Nicole. But I am thinking of uploading some videos on YouTube about just like top 10 moments from certain seasons and maybe some other stuff like that. I don't know. I got some stuff cooking. Got some stuff.
Do that.
Yeah, I got some tricks up my sleeve. Who knows when I'll whip them out. Like Spider-Man over here. Alright, I gotta stop talking before I embarrass myself too much. Peace out.